Hello, hello, my friends. I have a dedicated candle review for you today. We are going to be talking about Kringle Candle Reserve Sprinkled Macaroons. No, that is a macaron. The endless debate that we have had for over a year when Kringle first released their macarons candle. And yeah, we've kind of beat that dead horse, right? But anyways, let's go ahead and talk about this candle because it is currently out of stock. We have been promised a restock of it, but I'm going to caution you a little bit on this one, and you will see why in just a moment. So, fragrance notes here on this candle are a little bit, well, maybe this is where the controversy starts. So the fragrance notes that were listed in the marketing of this candle, I will go ahead and pop up a picture here. Say that the top notes are vanilla and nut, mid notes of brown sugar and butter, base notes of toasted vanilla bean. So when I got this candle into my collection, I opened it up. I was so excited to get it. In fact, this was the only candle that I purchased from the most recent Reserve launch, which was in, I want to say mid-January was when these candles came out. And I opened it up, smelled it, and I was like, this smells familiar. I was like, I've smelled this before. What fragrance is this? This smells like another candle I've already purchased from Kringle. Couldn't do it. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and light it up. The minute I lit it up, I was like, oh, this is Marshmallow Morning. This smells a lot like Marshmallow Morning. So at first I thought, no, that can't really be what's going on here. And then I got onto Instagram, and sure enough, my friend Fiona, Wax and Facts on Instagram, she kind of said that this candle reminded her of Marshmallow Morning as well. And then I thought, okay, I'm not crazy. Further adding to my mindset that I am not crazy, I went on to the Kringle website because sometimes the fragrance notes that are listed on the website can differ from what the marketing is, or yeah. So here's the thing, you guys. The fragrance notes listed on the Kringle website, when you go on there, top notes of creamy pumpkin, coconut milk. Mid notes, praline, nutmeg, cinnamon. Base notes, vanilla, marshmallow. So my curiosity was piqued. I went ahead and clicked over on Marshmallow Morning. Look at what the fragrance notes are on Marshmallow Morning. Top notes, creamy marshmallow, coconut milk. Mid notes, sweet praline, nutmeg, cinnamon. Base notes, vanilla, marshmallow. You guys happen to notice there that only 2 scent notes or 2 fragrance accords are swapped out here. The creamy pumpkin and coconut milk is what is listed as a top note for this candle. The top notes of Marshmallow Morning are creamy marshmallow and coconut milk. Otherwise, everything else is the same. So I don't mean to stir the pot, but I kind of feel like this is a repackage. Now, I will give it to Kringle in this. This candle is performing a lot stronger for me than Marshmallow Morning ever did. I will say that this candle still is not a super strong fragrance. In fact, for me, I like to burn my candles in hurricanes. You guys know that I like to test it out both in a hurricane, out of a hurricane, in my large open concept living room, which has high ceilings. It's about 20 feet high in there. Open concept, opens up to the kitchen. I always give the specifications because I'm getting a lot of new viewers, and some of you guys might not be aware of what my house layout is like, and I always like to give that for reference. So my house was built in 2004. The living room opens up to the kitchen, but the closed concept bedrooms with a little bit lower ceilings. And I do tend to move the candles around my house just to get a better gauge of strength and throw. This one without a hurricane on it is about a 5 for me. It's not super strong. And then with a hurricane on it, it's about a 7, which is, again, like I said, more than Marshmallow Morning. If you have never smelled the fragrance Marshmallow Morning, sorry, I was so anxious to get in there and draw the comparison that I feel like I didn't even really describe what the fragrance is. So the fragrance to me is definitely more, it is definitely a vanilla scent, but you do get the nuttiness of like a praline. It's not really a marshmallow scent, say like Bath & Body Works take on marshmallow, or even Homeworx's take on marshmallow. I would say that Kringle does a lot of fragrances really well, but marshmallow is one that I feel like they don't nail as well as Homeworx does or as Bath & Body Works does. Like when I think of a good marshmallow fragrance, in fact, I think of Bath Bath & Body Works Vanilla Bean. I think that's a really nice fragrance. But in here, it's not really marshmallow. It's vanilla. It's kind of that praline. I don't really get cinnamon. It's a creamy, nutty type of fragrance. It's a nice fragrance. It's one that I'm not mad about, but to be honest with you, when it arrived and now upon burn, I don't want to say I felt duped, but I kind of feel like, I've already had this fragrance before and I didn't love it enough to purchase again. In fact, I think I got it as a gift with purchase last year at some point, and I ended up gifting it to a friend. So I was a little bit disappointed that I spent the money on this Reserve candle because, like I said, I feel like I've already had this fragrance in my collection. In terms of the burn, it's burning really well, just as we know Kringle usually does. This glass is not as opaque as the original Reserve line. You can see good strong flames. This candle has been burning for approximately, oh goodness, probably about 6 hours now. So I am going to be extinguishing it after this review. But I don't know, you guys. I feel like personally this is a repackage, or maybe it's like the elevated sister to Marshmallow Morning. Very similar to me. I feel like Kringle did this before with the holiday Reserve lineup. I felt like Christmas Lights was just like the more sophisticated older sister to their classic Christmas fragrance. I wasn't mad about it because I do love Christmas. In fact, I have one in my collection because that's like one of my perennial favorite fragrances from Kringle during the holiday time. But yeah, that one I could detect a little bit of difference, but this to me, you guys, it is still very much, it's Marshmallow Morning. So if you missed out on it, what I would say is I wouldn't feel too sad about that. I don't know, maybe the actual Marshmallow Morning one has improved in terms of strength and throw. If you like the fragrance of Marshmallow Morning and you were wanting one that's a little bit stronger, then you might want to wait for this one to restock. But otherwise, if you are curious to know what this one smells like, pick up a Daylight or Wax Melt of Marshmallow Morning, and then you can go ahead and make a decision from there. So sorry if I feel like this is kind of like a downer review, or I'm not meaning to be controversial or anything like that. Clearly, I am a Kringle brand ambassador, so I think that these videos are proof that just because we're an ambassador for a brand, we're not gonna maybe have some criticisms or critiques. I think as long as it's done in a good way, you know, I don't have to be mean and nasty about it. I think that it's all feedback that actually we know that Kringle listens to. So yeah, those are just my opinions about this candle. You guys let me know in the comment box down below what your experience has been with this candle. Do you guys think that I'm correct in this assessment, or are you like, no, Katie, my nose smells something completely different? Because I would like to know that. I know that there's been a couple of my reviews that I've said like, hey, this candle's not performing well for me, and all of you guys are like, this one's great, or sometimes one's great for me and you're like, yeah, I don't know what's happening in my house, it's not working. But regardless, as long as your comments are respectful of myself and our candle community, I definitely encourage them. I am a Kringle Candle brand ambassador, so I do have a discount code with Kringle. It is Katie15. It will save you 15% off of your order at Kringle Candle. I do know that they have a lot of newness going on over there. They did launch Easter last week. We have a 3-week release coming up this Thursday. I will have a video on that tomorrow for you guys, and we will be previewing some of the scents that will be available. Also, I touch on it a little bit in the video tomorrow, but Kringle does have some new Reserve launches coming up pretty soon in the near future, and of course they will be launching spring and summer collection pretty soon too. So, you know, we've got a lot coming down the pipeline for us. Feel free to check out my video about how I avoid impulse buys. I posted that yesterday, and I think you guys might find that a little bit beneficial when we're in this season of just one new launch after another. But reviews like this, I also hope help you out with that too. And yeah, let me know if you enjoyed this video, if you found it helpful. Please hit the thumbs up button. That really helps me out. If you're new to my channel, hi, I'm Katie. I like to do reviews like this. I do hauls, empties, candle chats, and everything in between. So if you like candle content, please feel free to hit that subscribe button. I want to say thank you so very, very much for spending your time here with me today. And until my next one, I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day. Bye.